No, and for those of you who don't know why we're laughing at that is because Leonardo DiCaprio, and there's actually graphs of this. I probably should have dug one of them up. Leonardo DiCaprio, his dating history, and for whatever reason, I don't know why this was like turned into an infographic, but from the time he started dating, like I think it was like right after Titanic or something like that, they've tracked the ages of his girlfriends, like the relative average ages of his girlfriends. And so from the time he was like, say, like in his like early 20s to where he is right now, and I think he's got to be at least 50 now, or no, and he's probably like
it's late 40s.
Yeah, mid to late 40s now. And none of his girlfriends have been older than 26 years old. They've been from like 21 to 26 and within that range. And then as soon as they hit 25 or 26, they're out of there.
Yeah. Well, the current one is about 24 now. So she's probably, sort of just looking at her watch, waiting for the blow to fall.
Exactly. And it's almost like you have to sort of understand what his nature really is, like that's just how he is. He's not going to be making any long-term commitments. I think what was funny is I remember when George Clooney I think it was back in the 90s or the early 90s when he was just like the super heartthrob and early to mid 90s, I think, when he was on ER.
Yeah.
People were interviewing him and they were saying, are you ever going to get married? And I think he got married once before and he got a divorce. And he's like, yeah, I tried the marriage thing. It's not for me. And so he was like this confirmed bachelor right up until like whoever he married just, a few, 6 years back. Is it Amala? Is that what her name was? I can't remember.
Yeah, Amal somebody. She's a lawyer, isn't she?
Yeah. I think it's interesting. Well, so you've got I wanted to set this. I'm trying to give you a layup here, Troy. So you have a guy like Leonardo DiCaprio who is clearly high value guy. Okay. Clearly high value, women want to get with. He's the guy that other men want to be and other women want to bang. Also, you have Jeff Bezos, who is a high value guy from the perspective of he's got a lot of money. Now, when in the manosphere and whatever we're calling this crap right now, we always talk about, make muscle, make money, learn game, right? Those are the three main aspects. You could see, if you want to call it LMS, right? Looks, money, status, whatever you want to call it. When it comes to money, Jeff Bezos has it. Okay. Well, clearly the apex of the money hierarchy in that triumvirate right there. He's at the top of that. He's at the top of that game. Now you've got Leonardo DiCaprio, who does not have as much money as Jeff Bezos. However, he does have the fame. He does have the let's say, sex appeal. He's certainly more. He's got the looks aspect, I would say, but I think it's probably more status and affluence than anything else. And we're talking about a woman who is 49 years old. I'm just going to round it off. I think that's last I checked. I think that's how old Lauren Sanchez is right now. But you have her in between a guy who is close to, if not the apex, when it comes to certainly status, like fame wise. Yeah. And if not the best, I mean, it's Leonardo DiCaprio. He's looked better. Let's just be honest. He's not The Rock. He's not yoked out like everybody. I gotta, looks maxers want to think, right? But he does have the fame factor going for him. He is a good looking guy. He has been better looking, I think, in his youth, but okay, he's where he is. But you've got two guys who are really kind of the apex right there. Which one wins out in that situation?
Well, it's kind of the Chad, isn't it? It's the archetypal, it's the Chad-like figure out of the two of them, which I suppose, is that throwing a bone to some of our friends over who bang on about looks the whole time? Is it just looks though, really, with Leo? It's like you said, it's partly looks, but it's also, he's just got that sort of film star pizzazz about him, hasn't it? Gravitas about him, which Jeff Bezos, he's enormously, phenomenally, unimaginably wealthy, but he hasn't got that sexiness about him, has he? And Leo has, and I think it's something to do with that really is drawing her in, I think.
All right. So as if that weren't enough, let me just read this because I actually dug up the this is a story that's in financialexpress.com. So not only are outlets like TMZ and the rest of these places hitting this up, but also the financial place, the financial sector is looking at this. So they've got let's see, where was it? Jeff Bezos has epic boyfriend reaction to Leonardo DiCaprio's "Steal Your Girlfriend" moment, and Twitter is ROFL. So here we go. This is it. It's hard to resist the infinite charm and charisma of Leonardo DiCaprio, so much so that even Amazon's billionaire girlfriend can't help but be smitten by the Titanic actor. It's funny that like they still go back to Titanic.
Yeah. How many million years ago that
Interesting. Was? 1997, by the way. A viral video of Lauren Sanchez, Lauren Dirty Sanchez, fangirling on him has gone viral and has also caught the tech honcho's attention. Bezos, in fact, has a witty comeback to the viral 6-second video shared by Barstool Sports. And if you wonder why Dave Portnoy is in hot water, maybe this might have something to do with it. So, yeah, the richest man in the world is a little pissed off at you. And apparently jealous Jeff Bezos, in his reaction, has slyly threatened DiCaprio, asking him to meet him at a place with a steep cliff and fatal drop screams danger. Let us go to that shot, because I have that one queued up here too, I believe. Yeah, I do. Here it is. This is the shot that they're talking about. This was in the tweet that he had he came back with. Right now, Jeff Bezos has been a little bit more doofy, let's just say. I mean, he's been sort of the guy who's he's a tech guy. He was never really certainly wasn't a heartthrob in his youth, let's just say. He has put on muscle in recent years. You can see that I think what was funny is I think once he started doing that, then the stuff with Lauren Sanchez started happening. And again, here's a guy who was like, I better get in better shape if I really want to have what I want as far as, a woman in my life. But then he chooses Lauren Sanchez, who has a history of doing exactly what she's doing with Jeff Bezos. But this was his response to, and of course, this is a joke. I get it. It's a joke. He's trying to play it off and be as, kind of, I don't say smooth, but he's just trying to, be tongue in cheek here. I get it. Okay. So don't come at me, as Mr. Literalist. And so his tweet said something like this. It said, Leo, come over here. I want to show you something. Of course, it says danger, steep cliff, fatal drop. Right? Like he's going to push him off the cliff or something. And of course, Jeff is just joking around, but it makes for good Twitter fodder, let's just say. But I think the take home lesson in all this is, sometimes the AMOG doesn't have to be AMOGing you. Sometimes women will AMOG you for the guy.
Yeah, because if you look at the clip, DiCaprio is kind of trying to get away from her, really, isn't he? Or he's not engaged. He's not engaging her. He's like, yeah.